And after my Fan Duel rant video, guess what? We're back for week 11 for Grade A Fantasy's top plays at quarterback. Let's get right into it. Lamar Jackson, definitely one of the candidates for fantasy MVP this year. 9,000 even. So that's the one thing that's good. Yes, 9,000 is a lot, but there's no 9,100, 200, 9,400. Lamar Jackson is definitely worth this price. It's a tough divisional matchup, but like I said, definitely worth a look at 9,000. Yes, Josh Allen has pretty much hit his floor of expectation. It's a tough KC matchup. He had other better matchup when he was at 9-1, 9-2, 9-3. Now he's dropped to 8,800. He's still worth the exposure, but I think this will be the week. I'm normally a Josh Allen guy, but I'll be a little bit light on him. Joe Burrow's in a fine matchup at 8,500 against the Los Angeles Chargers. But with my number one pick, without a doubt, I'm just mentioning those guys. But once again, number one pick this week, once again, and in the highest total at 49.5, basically 50. Brock Purdy, once again at home against Seattle. Brock Purdy has just been playing great. I think he's definitely one of the most consistent fantasy quarterbacks and one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league, in my opinion. Nice matchup with Seattle. Also, that 49.5 definitely does include if Metcalf can at least play this week as well. But obviously, with McCaffrey back, decent workload. I expect next week be the week that McCaffrey gets that touchdown and be well back into the screen work that he's getting from Purdy. He got 6 or 7, 68 yards from him. This might be the week he might up that to like 80 with like 7 or 8 receptions, close to 100, maybe get that touchdown. But Brock Purdy is definitely my favorite quarterback this week. Possibly the best matchup, though. 100 underneath him at 83. Jared Goff home. Definitely looking for a bounce back against Jacksonville. I also like as a 1B or a 2A Tua at home against the Las Vegas Raiders at a flat 8,000. 8,000 is not that expensive, but when you know what they priced up Waddle and Tyreek Hill, you're giving up a lot for a double stack. So if anything, you might still want to try him and A-Chain with a Waddle, him, A-Chain, and Tyreek Hill. To me, if you're gonna go 2 with Tyreek Hill, you're definitely gonna go him, A-Chain, and Tyreek Hill. We're gonna go with 2 with A-Chain and Tyreek Hill. That's what I think. And obviously on the opposite side of that game is the Mahomes Buffalo matchup. But I'm actually gonna look at Russell Wilson. I think he's my 1B to Brock Purdy. Russell Wilson has had a solid year. And the ultimate weakness is Baltimore with the worst pass defense and the worst secondary. Look for him to throw deep to Pickens this week and air it out. Russell Wilson still throws a great deep ball. I expect Russell Wilson to be a threat for the 300-yard bonus this week. He could still throw some turnovers, but he definitely has the potential to throw for and get that 300-yard bonus and at least 2, maybe 3 touchdowns. As we keep going lower, I like Geno Smith this week against San Francisco. Yes, on the road, tough matchup. But we all know if you could protect your quarterback, Geno Smith, with both his weapons back, like I said, definitely looks a lot better if Metcalf is there. That will partake why that game has a 49.5 total. I like Matthew Stafford at New England this week on the road, 7,400 against New England. Bo Nix, that Atlanta defense has definitely underperformed this season. So Bo Nix at home, definitely on the lower end, 7,400. As we start getting lower in the cheaper quarterback stacks, I think against Atlanta, he should definitely go into some ownership. I think, honestly, even though he's 7,800, that Baltimore matchup, Russell Wilson should be going to some ownership this week. Justin Herbert is in another good spot against Cincinnati. Like I said, I always said that Cincinnati defense is overrated. He has the weapons to attack them. So, 7,300, most importantly, at home. And I'm not going to lie, both these quarterbacks here are 7,200. They're paired off. I do like them both in this game. This is a game that can sneakily go off. Both defenses, well, the Saints defense has been horrific. The Browns defense hasn't been that good. And it has a decent total. It's 44.5, so, it could go up. New Orleans are slight favorites in this game, so Definitely a game that's stackable, I think, on both ends. One defense horrible and one defense underachieving. So both quarterbacks, James Wilson and Derek Carr, interesting that they're both 72. Is basically take your pick at that route. And then when it comes to anybody else here, I actually like the paydown features. I actually like Joe Flacco this week against the Jets, 6,900. And believe it or not, yes, I think you go 6,700 Drake May. That Rams defense is not good. And Drake May, as you see by these stats here, he has improved. May not show totally in the stats, but very consistent, lowering the mistakes, not totally mistake prone, as he's gotten the opportunities to play. Drake May has the opportunity to score some fantasy points on this very suspect defense. Like I said, they are letting him toss it every now and then, 25, 41, 37, 33. Obviously the game script detects it. And then also has the mobile skill like Bo Nix at 6,700, a bad defense. This is definitely worth the pay down option at 67. At 67, obviously this is New England, so Justin Polk. You also have options with Hunter Henry, and then maybe even Ramadre. Like Drake May plus twos are definitely viable this week. And that is a quick rundown of the quarterbacks for week 11 on Grade A Fantasy for the Fan Duel main slate. Thank you for tuning in. Tomorrow afternoon we will get the running back slate in. And that's pretty much it. But when it comes to my top plays, top 3 plays this week, without a doubt, it's Brock Purdy. After that, I like Russell Wilson as my 1A, 1B, or if you want to say 2, I definitely like Jared Goff as my 3. Tua has a great matchup as well, so you could kind of go 3A, 3B with them. And then just outside, my favorite pay down, even though there are a few options, at 72, the best pay down option this week, even though Joe Flacco's an option, because that Jet defense is just an absolute mess. Joe Flacco is viable because you can't trust that Jet. Jets are just done. It's a wrap. But yes, I will definitely take chances because that Los Angeles Rams defense, yes, it could get some pressure. It can, but I think there should be a game plan set up where 6,700 Drake May. All you need, if you look at his game log, all you need when it comes to that, if he could get somewhere in between, or even he could give you one of these games here, 21.5, 20.8, and get some stuff with his feet, 17.4. If 16.7, he could get even somewhere between this. I mean, this would be great, 20.8 for 21.5 2. If he could get even somewhere between there, or at least get next to that 17, I think the rest of your Sunday is looking real good. Those are my top players this week. Good luck this week with your research and lineup building. Running back video will be out tomorrow. This is Grade A Fantasy. Signing off.